Alright, previously we finished off with the interactions, so now you know how to use the visual and how to actually build one. In this video, we're going to be covering legends plus the data sorting. So, as always, within the sample report, you already have some pre-built examples on how you can actually utilize the chart, but we're going to go through the training view and build the chart from scratch. First thing that I want to cover now is going to be the data sorting. So let's build an instance of the waterfall visual. Let's resize it, disable the background and the title because we're not going to be using those. And as for the visual setup itself, I'm going to be using year from the hierarchy. I'm going to be using difference as my change. Now, if I want to customize the data sorting in this case, I can go into the formatting options, opening up column settings, scrolling down and finding data sorting. You have two options here, descending or ascending. So whether you want to have increases or decreases first, you can customize this and get the wanted result. Now, to further customize this, you can actually use the sequence field. We briefly covered the sequence field in the video about the initial setup. Essentially, what this field allows you to do is to provide a custom sorting mechanism for the visual to specifically define where every single column is going to be located. In this case, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a column from a custom table that I created. And what I'm getting as a result is you can see that every single year is in an ascending order. So that's the setup that I wanted to create in this scenario. Now, something else to note is if I go into the formatting options, open up the column padding right here, data sorting, you can see that it's now descending. If I switch it to ascending, nothing really happens. So what happens in these situations is that as soon as you apply sequence, ascending or descending sorting mechanisms are not going to be applied since sequence is controlling the way on how you sort the visual. All right, that's going to be enough for the sorting. Let's go through the legends. So first things first, we're going to scroll up, find the legends tab. And you can see that by default, this is disabled. If you want to use legends within the visual, simply enable the tab and open up the configuration. First thing that we can change here is the position. So we can place it on left, right, top, or bottom, depending on the use case and depending also on your preferences. Afterwards, you have things like height and width targets. These allow you to define how big is the legends block actually going to be within the visual container. Then afterwards, you also have customization regarding the markers. You can customize the size and the shape. So for example, instead of just the default one, I'm going to go for circles for all the legends. And the last thing that you can customize for the legends is going to be the font. For the fonts, you can customize the actual color, size, family, and style. Now, another way on how you can briefly customize the legends is by doing this for a specific series. For this to work, one thing that you need to do is make sure that under the Legends tab, you have set markers to be on default. And now, instead of customizing something through the legends, I'm going to open up one of the series. In this case, let's say I'm going to open up positive difference. So if I scroll down, I can find a setting called Legend Marker Shape. So here, I'm just going to choose, let's say, a triangle. So that's going to go upwards. And for the negative changes right here, I'm going to open that up, scroll down, find Legend Marker Shape, and I'm actually going to use an upside down triangle. So you can play around with these settings and get the wanted result. All right, that's going to be it for the data sorting and legend customization. I'll see you in the next video.